Alrighty, this is some notes. I'm doing a video for it because it's been a while and I just like doing the videos while I talk over it. This is notes for HoboNinja. I think HoboNinja missed out on the days of Strive Studio, but this is sort of a bit of a throwback classic. It's been like over a year since I've done these. Well over a year, probably. Strive Studio was me organizing a bunch of people in the Midwest scene, mostly out of the Chicago area, people that went to FGC meetups. We would match up with each other about every week or so, record our matches, then send our videos off to anyone else who was participating for the week to give us notes. Notes didn't always have to be in video form. I was sort of the only one that did it, I think. But I really liked to do it, and writing down the notes was a little inconvenient at times. Anyways, I have my notepad document open next to this, and we're going to cover two Johnny matches, as he's asked me to do. So let's get started. This is League Cup. Lower this down. HoboNinja versus Sen. Sen, not a player that I'm familiar with. And as always, I like to think about the very first interaction of the game. Very first things I think about, what does my opponent have access to? If it's a player that I know well enough, then I can even further specify. Looks like they have a Koi tag. I think that's the one Schleppy uses. Maybe Kai Guy as well. They sort of crew together. So maybe there's some familiarity there. Anyways, Johnny's things to look out for, he sort of really dominates the round start spacing. Notably, far slash, 9 frame normal, that catches everyone if they stand still. Any of the kick buttons, 5K, 2K, pretty good for Johnny. Occasionally 2D, not all that great, but it's really more of something to call out. An armored hammer fall in that sort of case. I'm also a big fan of walk back, slight walk back, and then just like delayed button against a lot of characters. Especially with Johnny, I'm a big fan of walk back into 6K. I think that's really powerful because it sort of removes yourself from that spacing as well as pushing you forward to punish any response that is anyone that's like trying to do something the same as what I was doing with Johnny with that 6K. Conversely, Potemkin, pretty solid round start things, especially with the 2024 patches, December and October. Round Start Buster is present. Hammerfall is sort of the response to anyone trying to put out a button. 2D will catch people trying to walk back if they don't know the fuzzy timing to walk back away from Kara Buster and blocking low. Far Slash is like decent range. 2S is decent range, more of like a call out or retreating. And then Mega Fist is a bit of a commitment. HoboNinja, I've played against you a bunch. You seem generally pretty content to not do much at round start spacing, at least when I'm playing like my main characters, Bridget, Johnny. So let's see what happens.
All right, let's rock. We skipped the intro partway through. Then
Catching the 6P meant to call out the one of the any of the mid-range options. It seems to have gotten countered there by Nsenga. That's just rock paper scissors. I don't think it's necessarily bad to counter anything at round start or trying to like press something at round start with a character like Potemkin, because you have all the risk to play with because you have your humongous health pool. Johnny does do a decent bit of damage on a Nsenga start. This is on the wall stick, and you get another one. That's about, honestly, like 35% of your health gone. The spend of 50% of their burst, and they're gaining a lot of tension and going to positive meter bonus. That ended up really not working out in your favor, but sort of removing yourself from the round start situation, I feel like puts you in danger of giving strong control to Johnny, because Johnny's just so powerful. All stages of the screen. Wall break here. There's that delay. Slight walk back, delay button gets called out by 2S. I'm just going to make a note here. You were trying to play. Oh, what's the timestamp? Let's just say 50, 30-ish. You were trying to play proactive on round start. It didn't work out, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Just happened to be that the opponent was also proactive in ways that counter you. I think that's purely coincidence, or purely like a hard read. I guess you can take some time, go into training mode. I'll write down here. Common Johnny starts to think of. It's like // 2S 5K 6K. Those are like sort of the main ones, and any of the former with a slight delay or walk back. So just like play around, I guess. I'm not sure specifically what Potemkin has, but I'm sure there's something that Potemkin has that can cover like 2 or 3 of these without being a super big extension. Like 6P, for instance, covers / 5K, 6K, and the slight walkback versions a lot of the time. The difference was you got N Sengun. That was just like a hard call out by Sen. Knocked down. That's the throw. That's the like what's his dash? 15 frames? It's like the 17 frame command throw. That's just like how do you react to that?
With throw,
Good response, good counter hit. Something on this jump here. I'll make a note of it because I think it can be good. I expect that you can do some buffering here to make this setup a little bit stronger. I'll just write it as a question because I'm not sure of the actual efficacy of it. Can you do some sort of buffer on the cross up to cover dash out? I think you don't, despite Sen having 100% tension, you don't have to worry so much about super because you're crossing them up.
Garuda pressure. Sen sending it.
Then reversaling out. Happens. Johnny can go for a meaty here. That's not like a true meaty, but it might as well be a true meaty. I think it just sort of doesn't accomplish a whole lot because you have to
blow through a
dash in.
Attempt.
I hope you can punish them for that. They spent resources already. That's already a miss.
Oh my gosh, close slash.
Great response here, and you can...
Not quite getting the scoop.
With that 50, let's say 5103. With 50 tension, how do you feel about buffering RC anyway? Because, I don't know. It's basically a one-hit game here.
Not quite getting the scoop.
I guess with the throw scaling, it wouldn't be all that great. But it's something that I guess you can train for. You're being passive, you're responding to them. First thing to do, 5114. First thing to show someone. So this is more of like before you've made it out of pools, before you've like first or second round out of pools. If you block 6K from Johnny, first thing to show Johnny players after you block 6K is to mash 6P. 6P beats Nsenga. Uh, beats Nsenga. And that's like the default that a lot of Johnny players will go for. Playing random tower Johnny, you block 6k against them unless they have like an aura amongst them on them. Mash 6p. See what happens. That's a risk that I don't think is bad because like what are they going to do? They're going to, in this case especially, they're going to Mistfinder back up, Mistfinder dash back cancel, or like Mistfinder delay to try and punish you. Okay, you get knocked down and it's time to try again. This time it's like you're set to this situation. Insane is also -4. If you want to practice the instant block timing, you can. And Senga being -4 means that you can take your turn here in a certain way. I guess you were not in the range. What is that? 2P is 8 frames or something.
Sengas are going to be tricky. It's not quite have a tool to.
All right, we're on guess mode.
Feel that super effective. Sen will lose her turn.
I'm just gonna complain right now about that BRC. They just BRC they spent 50 meter to essentially do the same thing that they could have done without it. I think that was just a poor spend. Kara forward Mega Fist, that was cute. Sen wants to stay in.
Salt to keep the pressure going. We'll find.
I love the patience on the burst here. If there's anything... That was unfortunate. That's just a matchup. Was it matchup inexperience? Just a note of it. 51-47. Be wary of putting Gigantor out unless you know there's no risk involved. Joker Trick goes through all projectiles. But I was gonna say you delayed your burst here. I'm sure I've told you about this a lot because I am always so upset when people bait burst like that. Like, you don't have to. They lost their turn. They got gold bursted for it. They could have just lost the entire match for it. I hate it so much. All right, second game. Let's check some interactions. The first game was a lot of just like you made some poor guesses and you got hit for it. I don't think you did anything that's like clearly bad. The things that are like clearly bad are like you guessed wrong.
You love the random.
I'm gonna complain about that even though it worked. I'm just writing why in the notes. I know it's funny. I know it's funny, and you can do a lot of funny things with Round Start Gold Burst. You're Potemkin, and you don't lose much because you have a ton of life. You're in positive meter bonus. But, like, if you play against a patient player who does, like, Round Start block or is, like, playing around the Round Start RPS of Potemkin Buster, they're walking back. They're not getting hit by Gold Burst. And that means they punish you, especially a character like Johnny with a 9-frame Far Slash. You get knocked down.
Playlist. HoboNinja with the early Gold Burst. And this is
I don't think 6P is the right thing to do against Vault Deal on reaction. If you're explicitly trying to react to Vault Deal or Vault in general, just throw out a 5P or something like that. Because the deal can hit super low. It happened here. The deal can hit super low in a way where it just like it just hits you. That's cute. Vault Deal is also another thing. Vault Deal can be super minus. Something that's pretty easy to mess around with in training mode. just like put the recording of Vault deal. You can try and delay the deal as much as possible, but it's really not a good move unless you have 50% tension. Like, the only time Vault deal is like good are is because the only way that Vault deal is good is like as an air to air.
Scary to be up against Potemkin with 10% extra damage.
That was a good
and
spend.
Meter gain.
I like that.
We're already down about 50%.
Right here, you're backing up and not doing anything. I think it would be better if you just stood still than backing up. You're giving, like, it's worked out here, you got a counter hit, but I think it would be better to just sit still rather than concede all that space. Let's see, they bursted you out. Something especially, Johnny being so fast, he can hit you with a low that you're not worried about. Even something like S misfiner dash forward release.
Down about 50% health.
That's Sen getting antsy. I like that something that I really like about you as a player is you're really patient. But sometimes that can be to your detriment in a case like this. That was good spend. Meter awareness on both players. Meaty jab. Catches the backdash. Nice. Nicely done. Just put this at normal speed now.
We did start to see some playing around with that. Back down.
Guess wrong on round start. Not that big of a deal. Guess wrong.
Think a tick throw was coming.
Guess right. Let's just see what led to that situation.
We did start to see playing around with that.
Something that I guess we can pay attention to is a player matchup. We've already played 3 rounds against this player, and they've been pressing at every instance on round start. Something like Far Slash, something like Nsenga. Your Far Slash is not something that I think would really beat anything that we've seen so far. I think simply blocking, or this is something that's like a mindset thing, or maybe not a mindset thing. Something to just like take a beat and think about what's happened so far. And something that's happened so far is Sen here wants to kill you and wants to do it as fast as possible without regard for whatever you're doing. And they're pressing and it's working. You haven't really told them to stop.
Back down after
and that really led to this entire situation here. That got you knocked down, that got you to guess wrong. I don't blame you blocking there.
The wall break.
Because seeing the card out means they get to attempt to take their turn back. That leads to positive meter bonus. Good awareness. That's the setup. It is also possible to like be able to guess or recognize when they super jump. Because when they super jump, you're getting hit by the JH on the way down. There's fuzzy timing that you can block the overhead misfiner and block the low. If you block the overhead, I've never tested this because everyone just believes that I'm plus there, but I'm like 90% sure Johnny is like -1 at least in a situation where they're doing that. In that case, you can consider trying not to FD to potentially put you in space to throw them. If you can instant block them, then that you can almost definitely throw them. But even just like mash a 5P or something like that, just see what happens. They did this weird thing where they're trying to bait out your burst, I guess. Okay, we'll recognize the situation that we saw before. That was just a guess. You didn't know that you were going to get the hit. You were committing to them already blocking.
Ninja not quite getting a full
What do you accomplish here with this meter usage?
Not spending meter. HoboNinja not quite.
You RC drift back here. Why RC drift back? Why not just drift forward and keep pressure going? You're conceding space and you're allowing them to control the pace of neutral. Because Johnny is a much stronger threat at that range than Potemkin is. Double dash. Good response.
Fortunately,
Gets the
HoboNinja
knockdown.
in a place
I
where
would
these
just go
trades
full
not gonna
in.
work out for them in the long term.
You're being cognizant of tension, I guess. Hasn't shown a YRC yet, but sort of players around this level, myself included, because I'm not always very confident on my defense. They love to YRC. 5P safe to reversals and RCs, it seems. I think with that sort of life deficit, like taking a risk isn't that bad. I'll just say, how do you feel about taking a risk here? Like, sure, you're going to, like, a single hit is going to just kill you. We saw literal 2P was what sealed the deal, but if you make a risk that pays off, then you put yourself in a good position. You can possibly get the burst out because they want to survive this game. Backing up on round start. Did they just guess right, or did you press there? Is that counter hit recovery? I'm not sure.
Round and a game under the belt. Playing patient. It's shot down.
I like the range you're willing to stand at here.
What can come? Wait a victory, a round and a game under the belt.
I think the far slash is scary. I think pressing it as much as you did can be scary. Just be aware of K Mistfiner. Just be aware of it. I think that slide head afterwards was good. If they try to move in and try to punish you, then you armor through and punish them.
It's shot down by that big bar slash. What a backdash.
I just assume that's a mistiming on your part. Good guess. That's a reaction thing. Deal is so fast. Deal is so fast. What did you try to press here?
Beating out these delayed strings.
Try to press 2P. I don't know, 5P? If you're trying to press.
Get the party started there, Sen.
They missed their Insenga. You're in their face now. I expect that you're trying to catch backdash here. It's not working out, and it's failed twice. Because like ideally, they block their close slash. That means you can kill them. Once they block their close slash, that means that you're gonna kill them. So ideally, opponent blocking close slash should be how you kill them. Because close slash leads to... You're trying to delay and catch them. I think it's sort of like Johnny's backdash being really good here. But like, what about close slash 2D? I know like counter hit 2S is a bigger punish. I'll just write, how do you feel about close slash 2D instead? Does that catch their backdash here? I'm not sure. Just trying to offer ideas.
Again, backdashing out.
Because that backdash has turned into something very good for them.
Little drift under off that
good use of the wake up PRC there.
Under off that HPV cancel?
Is this the situation? I always forget where you can't get a meaty off of. I think it's Heat Knuckle specifically. I'm pretty sure you can't. You get meaties on Pop Buster now. It's like if you move too close, that means that you're ceding ground and giving your opponent an opportunity to just press.
You're on top of HoboNinja. Good use of faultless from Hobo.
Let's just give you an idea here.
Top of HoboNinja.
Spacing is really important in a matchup like this. It's like they're just trying to get space back at this point. You're using FD. I think your utilization of FD is great. And I think if you can use instant blocks, then it's going to turn out amazing. Because just like pushing Johnny far away, while it is like Johnny is a lot stronger than you at range. He is far away, which means you get to try and move forward now, and Johnny is more at risk when they try to engage. Well, they can like remain safe, and there are safer ways to engage. He's more at risk when he tries to get in your face, and he's trying to get in your face here. So you pushed him out. There's a card on you. Not that bad. Um, I think like trying to figure out when you can press the buttons in such a way that's like, when does Johnny want to move closer here? And the card on top of you is more like a threat, but blocking the turn up, the little card pop at range is ultimately not very scary. It's at most they get to dash up and close slash you.
Finds a way out.
Good blocks though.
Not the spacing for it. Finds a far slash.
This is something that I was talking about earlier. You use a button instead of 6P. I feel like it's active faster, or like maybe the range was better, where you hit them rather than the 6P missing and the card just hitting you. You get the knockdown off of this. I think notably here, this is sort of like the last time I would hope to see it. You're playing so scared of the opponent's wake up. This is not the only time you've done it.
Oh, I couldn't quite tell. That was a far slash of.
So we've lost the second game.
Ninja's blocking is absolutely
instantly queuing up. I have no issues with instantly queuing up, but I just like, for you as a player, something to ask yourself. Do you think you benefit better from just like going in and feeling like I'm ready to fight right now? Or do you think it's better for you to just like take a deep breath and think about what just happened? I don't remember how many times you and I have played in bracket, but I know you've definitely seen it, or you've probably at least heard of it. I love to take so much time between sets, between games when I'm like seriously trying to win, even if I've just won the game. And this is something that I love about offline specifically. I have my water bottle with me. It's like a prop almost. It's a prop that tells me to slow down, because between each game, I have my water bottle and I take a sip of water between each game. And that's just like something to slow me down. I don't know how you feel about it personally, but something to consider. It's like,
it feels like
how can we use everything outside of the game to the best of our ability to help us perform in game?
Early pressure in the match. Really,
this is game 3.
6H?
First of all, solid bones. That was heavy slash, not forward heavy slash. Second of all, this is just you guessing wrong. You're trying to delay 2P. Set is just doing such weird things. What, like heavy slash catches backdash, I guess. You did a backdash in one of the last games. It catches like nothing else other than, I guess, delayed button.
That comeback
dash Kara. They moved in your face. This was what I was talking about earlier. Be wary of kick misfire. Sen's doing a solid job mixing up their strike throw, and it seems like your main response to strike throw is to try and tech the throw. There's that minus. I was talking about that earlier. But they're doing a good job of like mixing up their strike throw. And here you being scared again. Okay. Your response to trying to get out of strike throw is to simply tech the throw. It's not bad, but let's consider a few other options, okay? 5P mash, back Mega Fist, back dash. And Senga would catch back Mega Fist. I'm not sure if it would catch back dash if you respond fast enough. 5P would definitely catch Senga. Just like add some things to your toolkit, mix it up a little bit. Whoopsies. Full screen. 100% that was supposed to be a Tiger Knee. I do that all the time too. 6K. That's just a hard call out. If your opponent is doing all of this work to call you out on round start, what you have to do is not do anything. If they're trying to hard call out you like pressing a button, just don't do anything. What did they do? Nsenga again? I missed it. I forgot already. 6K? Or like do something with the least amount of risk possible. Backdash. Round start block. 5p, not really. There's something that I like to do. I'm not sure what Potemkin has against this. But a lot of Johnny players, they like to just like, the first thing they do is round start far slash. Putting out an active hitbox that covers that chest sort of range, that's quicker than 9 frames will often beat round start far slash. A lot of characters that I play have 5k that will beat round start far slash because it hits the startup of it. While a lot of 5ks have like pretty solid hurt boxes, decently active, 3 or 4 frames. Anyways, you got counter hit 6k. They could have done a better combo. They didn't.
Pressure. Just run up for the scoop.
There's a lot of turn stealing here.
After all,
I wonder how you feel. I'm just gonna propose this. Let's just say at 56-25, in situations like this, how do you feel about just YOLO Hammerfall? Because when I play Bridget, I'm a bit of a gremlin sometimes. I mash DP like a motherfucker, dude. Like, sometimes just gotta. And you're just so content to block, which is like the first thing that a lot of new players struggle with. Not to say you're a new player, but like the first thing that like a lot of players need to do to get better is to just be comfortable blocking. Unfortunate. And you are comfortable blocking. You've gotten comfortable blocking. And the next thing is, how comfortable are you with mashing? Because if you just respect the opponent, if the opponent recognizes that they are being respected, they're going to take liberty to steal turns back. They're going to take liberty to just do whatever they want. And Sen just kind of completely ran over that. Let's see if you've made any adaptations in your second game.
Easy fix.
Probably not going to take as many notes here. But if there's anything that... I'll just like do some audio commentary, see what goes on. Red Johnny. I like the red coat. I'm a color 9 enjoyer here.
Remember last time these two met, it was...
that was guessing wrong again. That was they were passive, you were passive. You covered them already pressing a button on round start, while they covered you pressing a button on round start as well. Good insta-block.
Already started nice and early with a
There's a mash. I like it. And the 5p there, I think that was really heads up.
The corner as well, no burst, so if HoboNinja lands a blow, it's going to be spooky.
It really seems like this is going to be a harder... What a reversal. This is going to be a harder match because this player, Reyna, is more content to play like a red light, green light rather than all green light kind of offensive play style.
Far slashes and 5Hs. Any meter. The burst,
like,
that is.
They're like simultaneously moving faster while also trying to be slower and find those gaps. Whoa, that was nice.
Not have the meter to cancel, so Reyna's got one more chance.
What was that jump supposed to do? Just like guarantee that you can block? They get their knockdown, they get their setup here.
The card doesn't pop. Put by the
that was a do or die moment that they just did. Nope, never mind. They had the meter they just built.
Flipped by the second hit of the sweep, HoboNinja.
This is the same situation that we saw against Sen here. Just maybe try and add different things to your anti-strike throw game.
Look at this risk, Reyna.
At that far slash heavy slash range, it's not so much to be scared about. Sure, you can get hit by kick misfinder, but you get put into sort of the same situation again. But like trying to press out there, maybe go for it. You know, at that range, when they're like at that 2/3 spot around here. Like you see, if you can see where my mouse is kind of small. And you block like far slash heavy slash or far slash nothing. That's your turn, baby.
Is building it.
Getting hit by kick misfinder is not that scary.
You know what though? One
was
thing that
cheeky.
seems real
Nice.
spooky is if you get hit by a PB while that risk is cranked, HoboNinja's gonna gain so much meter. Not a concern
Raina's
right
doing
now, but
a
maybe,
good job of just like holding ground
subtle
in a space
foreshadowing
where I
might be
don't think
happening
they're
right here. We'll have
feeling
to see.
threatened.
From Invader's Curse, hopefully. Ninja.
Yeah, they're expecting you to play around that 6k RPS. I'm surprised that 2k actually hit. That was so far away. Maybe extended hurt box there.
Explosive are stepping in the ring again.
Game 2. You're being proactive here now. That's sort of counteracting how Reina was not quite being reactive, but playing that sort of delay game. There's no way people are reacting when they're doing like round start, slight walk back button, like all Giovanna players do, slight walk back dash 5k. There's no way that they're reacting. It's just already pre-planned sequence. Being proactive here sort of plays around that, and I think that's a good idea.
Starting off with a little poke.
Anti-air.
6P.
Was the what's that jump for? What's that jump for? Let's take a guess here. I'm just gonna say 125.59. What's that jump for? Are there alternative ways to gain space that are more threatening? Alternative ways to gain space that are more threatening and in such a way that harder to react? Forward Mega Fist, what, -6 or something? At that range, is there anything to be scared of if they block it other than just them taking their turn? Because you're already making a risk by jumping, and it turned into you getting knocked down.
6P.
That was a cute 5P.
Will be happening a lot on both sides, it seems.
That's being preempted. You're clearly scared of getting thrown. Unless that was supposed to be like something different.
Ooh. Heavy overhead into the soup.
If they do that delay PRC there, that's not super plus. Because there's not a lot of hit stun. Let's make a note of it. Just something to know. 126.25-ish. Just an FYI. Air deal doesn't have much hit stun. If you block stun, doesn't have much block stun. If you block the card, the delay PRC might have been minus there. It's like a matchup thing. Well, you don't expect a lot of Johnny players to just do raw deal, so it's not really something to think about the frame data of. That's the 17 frame command grab.
Saving it for next round.
Just like an FYI. The trade there, that's fine. We take those trades. You're showing you're ready to press, that's not terrible. You just sort of get
under pressure,
put into that situation.
You know,
I'm just going to write this down. Sort of in a similar way to the first thing you do against a Johnny that's 6Ps is to 6K is to do 6P on block. First thing to do, let's just say it's 126.55. I know this is not the first time you've blocked 6K in this match, but I'm just thinking about it now. First thing to do when your opponent does Ensenga on block with no meter to RC it, chase them down. They want to backdash, they want to block. Because they are -4 there. That's 13 frames for you to do something to not be afraid of far slash. Food for thought.
Damage here. These throws.
That was misspacing. If you just had the spacing right, you would have caught them.
Can't get anything started here. Getting shut down.
Curious what a 5P would do there instead. Probably a counter hit, if not just taking your turn.
the air by the
messed up.
6P. HoboNinja just can't get anything started right now.
This Johnny champion, man, he's pretty good.
Well, have to see what HoboNinja can do to adjust. We'll have to see. Oh my gosh.
The autocorrect, that's always
Going
so
under
goofy.
the Insenga, turning around with the armor. Reina, it looks like the movement is just a little too much for HoboNinja to get Garuda pressure started, but we're seeing...
Flick does nothing here. Beats 6K, I guess. I don't think FDB is very good in this matchup unless you know it's going to be on blocker hit. You have so much recovery, and like I see startup of Flick, I'm out of range, I'm doing kick missed finer.
More
whether or not that like counter hits doesn't really matter.
Deliberate moves from HoboNinja at this point. They jump in, JH.
You're playing scared of reversals again.
Staggering here. What was that with the
good
Garuda?
round?
HoboNinja adjusting.
You don't have to be scared of people on wake up. If they know that you're scared, then they're going to take advantage of that.
You need to get him thrown more, though.
Good recognition on space. Don't have to be too scared
the dust
of lows a lot of the time there.
Not even jumping forwards or backwards, just doing a straight
that was
up
really
come
unfortunate.
down JH. Just a big active hitbox for Reina to deal with.
Ooh, snake the jump there. Okay. See, you don't have to be scared of their wake up. They have to be scared of you. You're Potemkin, dude. I wonder how 6P heat knuckle rather than heat tackle would be.
I think that's Reina on the ropes, so we will see.
They do not take the knockdown. Maybe they're scared
opportunity for either gamer.
The heavenly PRC. Just simply guessing wrong. That's a just don't be put in the situation, I guess.
Reina has a hundo. Yeah, has the 100. Won't spend it.
The 5P actually trading beats the turn up.
Real dire for Reina.
Doesn't put you in a very good position. Ends up taking it. Slight walk back 2D.
With the early burst.
5P trades there. That's curious.
More anti-airs.
Slow reaction in that time, I guess.
He's really playing on top of things here.
Going through the wall. Here's positive meter bonus, the hard knockdown. How do we feel about this wake-up situation? That was a normal jump.
Ninja just holding down back. Reina doesn't have any resources to threaten an overhead
yes.
with.
This is like they've blocked you. That means you should win here.
HoboNinja.
You can 6P that.
6P to go through the
that's just a range thing. That's
unfortunately not getting.
How do we get used to that?
With that heat tackle into advantage. Reina is very much on
that's
set
cute.
point. Oh my gosh, that PB, no matter how you sliced it, would have been.
That's just guessing right.
To see, but I think this will do the.
I think we can like maybe break it down a little bit if we look at resources here. Like, what's the risk if they get hit or block, or if they get hit at that range? Like, okay, they block 6K. If you happen to not do anything, Pop Buster, they might have actually died from that.
Gosh, that PB
with a little bit of risk, and he might have been able to build the barn.
Situation to see.
Unsure.
I think this will do the damage. Yeah.
That's 6 games straight, unfortunately. I think general takeaways, introduce a few more options on your defense. Be cognizant of how to play round start, which is like pretty easy to lab. And just like think about what your opponent has previously done to influence your future decisions, especially at something that's as quantifiable as round start. And don't play scared. Don't play scared. Because like you're so scared of them hitting you on reversal. You're so scared of them just like on defense getting hit once in a while. I think just like play around with a little more risk. Why don't you? Food for thought. And it's good luck in your future Johnny labbing. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you later.